All right.
We're live.
Hello. We're so happy that you're joining us. And to be honest, we're all kind of nervous. Speaking into a camera is not the most comfortable thing for any of us, but I think it's quite appropriate because this job has, I think the commonality it's had for all of us on perhaps our whole team is that it brings us out of our comfort zone. My goodness, it brings us out of our comfort zone. So I'm Allison. Julianne and Mindy are the little squares that you see in the bottom corner, and you'll get to see their faces too. But I'll just introduce myself since we'll be talking to you. We'll kind of just give a little backstory about us. I started coaching like 2 Aprils ago, so it's been about like 15 months, something like that, 16 months. And my story is just that I was finishing up grad school. I had previously lived in Chicago. I had run my own boot camp yoga business, and I just felt like something was like aching from my heart, which is what brought me to grad school. Fast forward like a year, almost 2 years, I met someone. We were getting married. Like life was happening. I was graduating. So I met my husband because we met in grad school. We have all these crazy student loans. So I was like, I have to find a job. I have to find a real job. And I just didn't want to go back to what I was doing, just the personal training grind and teaching classes and having that be the only thing that I was doing. I wanted something that had more heart in it. And I was able to find this gig. So I started coaching, and I kind of was nervous that it would just be the same thing where I was talking to people about healthy living and there wasn't like depth to it. But my very first clean eating group it's what like did me in in a great way. I called my first clean eating group Clean and Aware because we talked, I didn't want to talk about calories or even like go too into portions. I wanted to get into like how you feel. Like after I have too much cheese, I'm feeling this way. Or like when it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I want more coffee, what is that really about? So the participants in that clean eating group really, they got to me. And that's where this like Clean Aware Fit baby was born, I guess you could say, because I felt like the healthy eating was very important. I wanted to add the fitness aspect because our bodies are made to move, and the awareness is probably like the root of it all, like the root of this great big Clean Aware Fit tree, and that you can find a program that works for you, a workout program that works for you for a little while, but if you don't love what you're doing, you're not going to stick to it. Or if you don't notice how you feel after you work out. And same thing with food. If you're not really noticing how you feel when you're eating, beautiful whole foods, then, it's so much easier to just go into the processed stuff. So that's kind of, that's my story. And I'll let Julianne and Mindy introduce themselves, but we were going to just get into the questions right away. So I think one of the main questions that we get as coaches is, or people who are thinking about it, is like, I don't want to be a salesperson. And I don't think any of us want to be salespeople, and I don't think any of us think of ourselves as salespeople either. So I'll let Mindy take take over the microphone.
Hi guys, I'm Mindy or Melinda. I go by both. But yeah, that was actually one of my biggest concerns when Allison approached me to become a coach was can't sell anything and I don't want to sell anything. And I still hear that a lot today from a lot of people that I talk to about the opportunity. And my first reaction is good, because we're not selling anything. Like, I'm not a salesperson. I started this journey for me. When I started my clean eating and kind of fitness journey, it was towards the beginning of Allison's beginning of her coaching, and I started just as a challenger, and it was just for me. I started eating better, getting more active, and I felt changes that I really liked, like eating well and moving, and even just kind of being more aware, like she talked about, just made me feel better. And that's why I became a coach, was to continue on with that, to stay accountable, to stay motivated. I'm a mom of two, and I needed something more than just to be a mom of two. And then when I started my journey as a coach, as I got more into it, I realized this is actually, it can be more than just for me. I saw the results. I saw how I felt. I fell in love with the products because they are amazing. And I realized if I don't share this journey with people, I'm doing them a disservice, because this is what works and this is what has worked for me. And so I'm not selling it to them. I'm sharing my journey. This is what I do every day. I believe in it. It has changed my life. Do you want to know about it? Because I'll tell you about it, but I'm not going to have to push products that I don't believe in. So that's kind of how I feel about it. We don't sell anything ever. We believe in our products, and we're just sharing what we're out here doing in real life, not just in virtual reality. And that's it. So no, we don't sell.
So what's interesting too is, Mindy, I'm not a mom, but I ran a mom's group. That's the only non-mom in there. My sister had a baby, so I felt like called. I don't know. I felt like doing that. And Mindy didn't actually buy anything to be in the group. You had Shaun T product, the T25 or something already, but she didn't. I know that one of the questions was how do we help people and how do we serve people without having them break the bank. And I think the neat part about this business is it's your own. So Beachbody doesn't tell us what to do at all. We have complete creativity and complete freedom to do whatever the heck we want. And so I don't remember if I asked you, Mindy, or if you, it was all a blur. But yeah, she didn't, so I didn't force her to buy a thing.
No, you didn't even tell me I should. I was just like, why did I do this free thing?
Yeah. So it's, I think I just think that's a really neat, when you can feel that somebody is really enthusiastic about having something that works for them. It's not about product pushing at all. I think it's about when people are ready, suggesting and saying, this is what works for me.